Ya Ali Madad. As the gentle glow of dawn settles over our gathering, dear brothers and sisters, seekers of knowledge and lovers of spiritual wisdom, welcome to the Ismaili Esoteric Study Circle, a place where hearts soften and minds awaken. Today, we take a quiet step into a deeper mystery, reflecting on the true meaning of fasting for a believer, a mumin, guided by a luminous teaching of our 48th Imam, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah. He once shared a beautiful, almost enchanting truth. True mumins observe fasting not only during the month of Ramzan. For them all, the 360 days are days of fasting. At first, this teaching feels like a riddle whispered on a breeze. How could a believer fast through an entire year? After all, the physical fast of Ramzan rests gently within its own special month. And yet, the Imam's wisdom invites us to look past the surface, past the form, and into the soft, glowing heart of the matter. It is there, in that inner quiet, that the deeper reality of fasting begins to shimmer. As the gentle dawn light begins to stretch across the sky, a quiet understanding settles over the hearts of believers. During the sacred month of Ramzan, they set aside food and drink from the first blush of morning until the sun melts into the horizon. And in this tender pause from worldly comforts, something beautiful begins to grow: discipline, gratitude, and a soft, blooming compassion for those who face hunger, not just for a month, but every single day. But just like a story that holds more magic beneath its first page, this outward fast is only the beginning, not the grand finale. In the Holy Quran, in Surah 2, verse 183, Allah gently calls out to the faithful, "O you who believe, fasting is prescribed for you so that you may attain Taqwa." So the true purpose isn't the hunger itself, nor the quiet rumble of an empty stomach. No, the real treasure hidden within this sacred practice is Taqwa, a shimmering state of spiritual awareness, a soft, glowing consciousness of God that lights the heart from within. As the gentle light of understanding settles over the heart, a true believer discovers that fasting is so much more than simply stepping away from food. It is a tender, inward journey, a quiet drawing near to truth itself. You see, the real fast is like softly guiding the soul away from anything that pulls it from remembrance, from anything that drifts it far from the nearness of Allah. And so, just as one might walk through a peaceful forest path, a true mumin moves carefully through each day, choosing to fast not only with the body, but with the spirit, from arrogance that clouds the mind, from anger that crackles like dry branches, from jealousy, selfish desires, hurtful words, and the gentle but dangerous pull of heedlessness. In this way, fasting becomes a continuous, shimmering discipline of the soul, glowing quietly like lanterns in the dusk. Imam Mustanshir Billah II reminds us of this deeper dimension as well. In his book Pir Pandiyatai Javan Mardi, he shares a beautiful insight. The true fast is not only the stillness of the stomach. Oh no, it is a harmony of the whole being. The head, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the tongue, the ears, the heart, the soul, the hands, and the feet. All 10 faculties joining together like companions gathered under a star-lit sky, each one observing its own gentle fast. And in that unity, the believer's whole self glows with devotion. As the gentle glow of understanding settles around us, dear friends, imagine the Imam's words drifting through the heart like a soft evening breeze. He reminds us that a true believer must watch over their inner world with steady, loving care, tending each thought, each feeling, as though guarding a lantern in the twilight. For the real fast, he teaches, is not only the stilling of the body, but the quiet protection of the soul from the restless pull of the carnal self. It is the heart, ever awake, ever listening, that keeps this sacred fast alive. And though the body may taste food, the soul continues its gentle fast, glowing like a candle that never flickers. When the Imam says that a true mumin fasts through all 360 days of the year, he is painting a picture of a life wrapped in continuous self-purification, of walking every day with a soft awareness of God, like a melody that never leaves the air. Such a state cannot bloom in only one blessed month. It must be nurtured, day by day, year-round, like a garden tended with devotion. And now, dear brothers and sisters, as we wander deeper into this forest of meaning, our reflection continues. In just a moment, my colleague Ayan will join us, guiding us further into the shimmering spiritual pathways of this teaching. Let us listen together with open hearts.
Thank you, Anaya, for that thoughtful introduction. And now, let us drift gently, like a quiet breeze, into a deeper reflection, into the spiritual landscape of fasting, where the soul awakens to its own light. For the true believer, every day becomes a Ramzan of the soul, a sacred season that unfolds not on the calendar, but within the heart. The eyes begin their fast first, turning away from whatever harms, whatever dims the inner sky. The tongue follows, growing soft, refusing to release words that wound or scatter hurt into the world. The mind, too, learns to fast, letting go of the heavy clouds of negativity, the storms of destructive thought. And the heart fasts most tenderly of all, loosening its hold on worldly desires, stepping back from the fleeting glitter of the material world. This is the fasting of the inner being. A fasting that moves gently from abstinence to worship, from discipline to devotion, from the outer world into the quiet sanctuary of the soul. And in Ruhani Roshni, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah offers a reminder as soft and steady as a guiding lantern. True worship is the purification of the inner world, a purification that flows inward and then outward, like a river finding its way home. Fasting, you see, is not only the quiet ache of an empty stomach. It is something gentler, something brighter, an awakening of the Imam's light deep within the soul. And when a believer begins to live with this kind of awareness, something remarkable begins to unfold, slowly and softly, from within. The soul feels lighter, as though a weight has been lifted. The heart settles into a peaceful stillness. The mind grows clear, calm, and open like a quiet morning sky. This happens because spiritual fasting softens the grip of the ego, allowing the light of intellect to glow more steadily. In the Ismaili tradition, the human soul is created for a journey towards spiritual enlightenment. And along that path, obedience and remembrance help the soul become luminous, like a lantern growing brighter in the dusk. So spiritual fasting, practiced again and again, becomes a gentle path of illumination. It refines the soul, awakens the intellect, and slowly, tenderly, draws the believer closer to the divine presence, like a traveler finding their way home by the light of the stars. Living Ramzan every day is like stepping into a gentle yet powerful training ground, one that meets us anew with each sunrise. It is here, in the quiet corners of our daily lives, that we learn to guide the restless stirrings of the carnal soul, keeping it from leading us toward deception or into actions that dim the light within us. And in this way, a mumin carries the lessons of Ramzan not for a month, but through all the seasons of the year. When these qualities take root slowly, deeply, like seeds settling into warm earth, life itself begins to shift. It becomes a continuous act of worship, filled with soft moments of awareness and a steady hum of spiritual presence. According to the Imam's precious guidance, a mumin observes the fast of all 360 days, not by refusing food or drink, but by turning away from the actions that darken the soul, by striving gently yet persistently to remain awake inside, held in a state of spiritual awareness and divine consciousness. For in essence, Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah teaches us that the truest fast is not simply an empty stomach. It is an awakened heart. It is a soul being reshaped. It is a journey from the loudness of the ego toward the quiet rising of the soul. A journey shaped by effort, by courage, by the desire to overcome the carnal self that so often pulls us toward what harms us, what diminishes our spiritual well-being. In that journey, the soul learns to breathe again. Dear brothers and sisters, let us make a sincere promise to ourselves quietly, gently, like a small cloud discovering its purpose, that as true believers of the Imam, we will walk upon this sacred path every single day of the year. Let us learn to fast not only with our bodies, but with our hearts, our minds, and our souls, so that our entire life becomes a soft, steady reminder, a rhythm of vigilance in the purification of the soul. And may we strive not only to practice the fast from eating, but to live in a constant spiritual awareness, guided by the light of the Imam, much like a river, guided by the pull of the earth, so that we may uplift our soul, little by little, and guide it toward its ultimate union with the divine oneness. Please, take a quiet moment, and let this reflection drift from your heart to someone dear to you, a family member, a friend, or perhaps a soul who in silence longs for a little light to guide their way. For so often we do not realize how a single gentle gesture, a shared message, a whispered reminder can awaken hope within another, like a spark catching softly in the dark. Here, you are not simply listening. No, you are becoming part of something wider, something warm and luminous, a circle of light, of wisdom, of remembrance. Together, like travelers walking along the same winding spiritual path, we nurture one another, weaving moments of reflection into threads of learning and illumination. And may the blessed light of the Imam shine gently upon your mind, filling it with understanding. May it bring calm to your heart, and may it guide each step of your journey with a steady, quiet grace. Until we meet again, in another reflection, shaped with light and filled with wisdom. Ya Ali Madad.